So we're really talking about two questions today. We were talking on the phone about the buyback, so-called buyback, this confiscation scheme. And the reason I had called you was I was trying to figure out how many firearms there are in Canada in circulation that were previously non-restricted that are now prohibited. So I called a big gun store. Yeah. I called the industry group as well, and a big gun store, a medium-sized gun store. And so tell me a little bit about your store in Abbotsford, British Columbia, Valley Combat and Tactical, for those who are wondering where it is, and just tell me about the size of business you have.
We're small. I would argue that I'm the smallest gun store in Canada. We're maybe 900 square feet, if you include the bathroom. On a thriving economy, before everything was banned, we'd have anywhere from 10 to 15 guns on the wall and lots of everything. But since everything and where we are now, I think I've got 5 guns on the wall.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 10 to 15 guns on the wall in the peak times. Now, the question that I asked you was, like, how long have you been in business again?
18 and a half years. 18
and a half years. In that 18 and a half years, how many guns do you think that you've sold that were non-restricted that are now prohibited? If you just had to take a wild guess.
I would guess anywhere from 300 up.
So 300-400.
300-400 maybe, yeah.
So probably
that list is, I mean, shotguns, 22s, my own kid's gun, like, man, yeah.
Yeah, so
300 to 400.
Self-proclaimed smallest gun store in the country, 300 or 400. Now, the reason why we were talking about that is the government said, oh, we are prepared to buy 152,000 firearms, and there are 500 gun stores in Canada. Yeah. And the smallest one has probably sold 300 to 400 of those guns. So we came up with the number somewhere between 1 and 2 million of these guns in circulation. So basically, if we said 1.5 million, the government's willing to pay for 10% of the guns out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Plus whatever's in stock at the stores that hasn't gone yet.
Yeah. So far they bought 12,000 from retail. And actually, you know what? We didn't talk about this, but that 12,000 is an interesting number because that's the number of guns when they just did the spot ban. That's how many were in stock.
That they know, because I haven't told them what I've got. They know, but it's not reported because I haven't asked them for money because I don't think I'm going to get anything.
Right. But that's an interesting number right there. That's 10% of all the guns in the country they're going to buy were what just stores had at stock right at that moment.
Terrible math.
Now, when we were talking about this, you talked about your business a little bit. Why don't you share that with
just
everyone?
What happened there. Yeah. So obviously 2000 and the first ban 7 years ago, is it now?
It's 5.5 years ago.
5.5. So that obviously was a huge punch in the gut because we're not a hunting store. I can get hunting stuff, but I'm a black gun store, and they started banning black guns. So they just started chipping away. And then I thought, over the last couple of years after COVID, that survived, one of the few businesses that survived COVID. I thought, well, I'm floating now. I'm getting by. I can live. And then December last year, they banned everything I had on my wall. 3 weeks before Christmas, they took my stock away from me.
And that's really the only time where you're really making some money.
Yeah. Christmas is like, yes, okay, I get to make another year of work. They took everything I had off the wall. They banned it all. So I took it all down. I took what little savings I had left, and it wasn't a lot. And I dumped it into new stock. And 3 weeks later, they banned all that stock. So it's an interesting time to go to work every day and try and sell the 5 guns I have left against the big box store that's 3 blocks away that has money and options.
And I think one thing that people forget are the kinds of guns that they banned, right? Because I'm constantly facing off with Police Saint-Sauveur and the rest of these people, these anti-gun groups in the government. Yeah, the silly gooses. Yeah. And they're saying these, and they don't even say assault style. They call them all assault weapons and weapons of war and all the rest of that stuff. So why don't we just back and forth a couple of guns? So GSG 16 was the one I always like to say.
16s,
weapon of war.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the footage on 𝐥𝐿 of them using those to shoot at tanks.
Yeah. The Ruger PC carbine.
Yeah. the folding Smith & Wesson, FP9, all the little plinkers, basically all the camping guns, all the fun little camping guns. That was the last, like, that was December. That's when it was just like the hobby guns. Like you get your license.
2000, yeah.
Yeah, you get your license, like the affordable, cheap first. I can get my first little plinker and I can go camping with my buddies and shoot cans. No, you can't.
Yep.
Not
Too
anymore.
dangerous to own.
Yeah. Too scary.
We got to send them to Ukraine, apparently.
Good luck.
Yeah. Ukraine Special Forces running around with GSG-16s, 22 plastic 22 guns. Yeah, it's quite a nightmare.
That's going to really affect the armor.
Yeah. Well, what I will say, if you are in Abbotsford, British Columbia, and you need, what kind of stuff do you sell there?
Everything. I've got it all. I've got paintball and airsoft and pellet and BB. I've got crossbows. I've got
funny t-shirts.
I've got t-shirts. We do custom t-shirts, decals, semi-offensive, I call them, because, you know, everyone's offended by everything.
Yeah.
Survival stuff, outdoor stuff. Yep. Knives, hatchets, axes, training gear, martial artsy stuff, camouflage, everything, a little bit of everything.
Cool. So that's Valley Combat and Tactical in Abbotsford, British Columbia on South Fraser Way, right off McCallum, right?
Yeah, right near Five Corners in Abbotsford.
Well, I appreciate you telling the story and coming out, man.
Thanks for having me here, man.
But if you can subscribe, that would be awesome. I'd really like to see us get to 100,000 subscribers, which would be good. Okay, that's it. Thanks, everyone. Take care, and we will see you soon.